Okay, I think we're all set. All right, so we have on PowerSchool a new unit is now posted. So we're going to continue our discussion about biochemistry, but now we're going to dive a little bit deeper and look at some more specific molecules that are inside our own bodies. So we looked at kind of general biochemistry, and obviously we looked at the atom and the different parts of the atoms. But now we're going to look at a little bit of a bigger scale. So what are some of the more the macromolecules that are inside our bodies, so the bigger molecules that are inside our bodies. So this is our unit 2B is biological molecules. Feel free to start looking through that PowerPoint if you'd like. We're not going to start going through that until next week on Tuesday, but if you want to get a little head start, by all means, go ahead and check that out. And anything else I want to mention here? I don't think so, but here are your two assignments that you're going to be working on this whole period today. So if you look at the Unit 2B assignments, there are two of them, two assignments posted, and they are kind of in backwards order, unfortunately. So I do want you to do them in a specific order. But let's go ahead and start off with in the news. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up and kind of run through what you'll be doing for that assignment. This one I do want you to do first, even though it's listed second. I want you to do it first. So in the news, you're going to watch the following TED Talk. I just watched this morning, and I was actually really interested in this talk. I think the speaker did a really good job of engaging the listener, and he throws a little humor in there too, and he really makes it easy for you to understand. And so, this term organic chemistry, basically what he's talking about is, organic chemistry is a really scary term for a lot of college students. So if you do pursue that field, you'll probably hear a lot from your peers in college that this course organic chemistry is very scary and it's very difficult. I took a whole year of organic chemistry, and I'm not going to deny the fact that it's hard. It is a really challenging class, but this speaker here does a really good job of kind of diminishing that fear, and it's something that you should not be scared of, and it's easier than you think. So please watch that and take notes as you watch. And then once you're done watching the video, I think it's about 13 minutes long, you're going to answer the questions found in this document here. It's called In the News. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up and show you guys. Pretty self-explanatory, but basically you're going to respond to all these questions, again, in red text. So first is the main topic. So in 2 sentences, please, in your own words, describe the main idea of what you just watched. And then you're going to do a summary of it says article here, but pretend it says video. So a summary of the video, please, in 1 paragraph. Who or what is the news piece about? Where are these people or things located? So you'll see that this guy is actually in Idaho. He works at the University of Idaho. So, keep an eye out for that in the video. And why are they being discussed? And I kind of mentioned that to you just now, right? Like, he wants this idea of organic chemistry being really scary to be kind of removed from that perspective. He wants college students and students to not be scared of organic chemistry. And this next question, your opinion and reaction, there's not really a right or wrong answer here, but I'm looking for 2 paragraphs explaining what was interesting to you. Why did you, it says, why do you choose to write about this news piece? I guess you're not choosing it. I've chosen it for you. Was there anything wrong about this news piece? Like, were you confused at any point? Did it not make sense? Maybe the speaker was, maybe disorganized. Maybe you didn't find anything wrong with it. That's totally fine as well. And finally, how could you apply this to your own life? Which you can, and he'll give some examples of how this is applicable to your life, and it's applicable to every single one of us. And then next part is questions. So please develop 2 discussion questions that you have after watching this TED Talk. So maybe there was something that you were confused about, or maybe you're still wondering after watching this. And then finally, last one is any unknown vocabulary. Go ahead and list 3 words that he mentions in his talk, and please define them. So I will give you permission to look those up, but please make sure to do those in your own words. Okay, so that's the first thing that you're doing. And the second thing is we're going to revisit. If you remember, we had that uh, the case study about the biochemistry of curly and straight hair. So we're going to finish that up. So now we're jumping into our next unit, so we can tie them in together now. So let's kind of revisit that real quick and remind ourselves what that was about. So what you're going to be doing, and this is, if you remember this, it was the grandmother and her granddaughter discussing curly and straight hair and the chemistry behind it. So it has the directions right in here. I would like you to reread parts 1 and 2. We already did those, and you should have those answers in your notebook. But reread parts 1 and 2 just to refresh your memory. And then you're going to read part 3, and you're going to answer the 3 questions in that part. Okay, so I'll show you here. Part 1, reread it. Part 2, read it again. Do not answer these questions. You should have already answered those. And then part 3, this is new, so go ahead and read through that and answer these 3 questions, questions 1, 2, and 3. And then finally, read part 4, but you're not answering the questions. This is kind of going beyond what we're going to cover in this unit. So read part 4, but do not answer those questions. And all of those directions are laid out in the assignment right here.